Hello van lifers, and welcome back to the channel. Obviously we've had pretty a traumatic week really, one way or another, since last Saturday's video, which was covering the break-in, and obviously there's been lots of developments since. On the day in question, or the day I did the video, which was the following day, 2 days after the break-in, we were still, or I was, and I'm pretty sure Gizzy was, still pretty shook up about the whole event. And it's quite weird because I recorded that video and it took me about 11 minutes. It certainly wasn't very professionally done. I wasn't wearing a shirt. It was all over the place. And it got 40,000 hits, and it's still going up. We had over 200 comments, which I replied to all of them. The majority very supportive and helpful and friendly, and some really good advice with reference to security. So I thank all those people that took the time to send a message. They were fantastic. I mean, obviously you get the odd one, which is just weird. People are weird. It's going to happen. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So after I put the video out, we didn't really know what to do. Well, on the Friday after the actual break-in, we didn't have any cash. I mean, luckily we had a card that worked, that was attached to my wife's phone, so we had Apple Pay, so we could still go to the supermarket and get food, and we can get diesel and stuff like that. But we're a bit limited because obviously if we go to a garage and we fill up with diesel and they don't take Apple Pay, we're knackered. We can't pay for the diesel, and we could get ourselves in a right pickle. So we looked at various ways of trying to get money, and we settled on trying to go through Western Union. We could basically transfer money from our account in the UK, and in theory we can go to an outlet, or in this case we found a newsagent that had 500 euros on him, so he could pay us. So we've settled on that, and then we put the things into motion. And 3 days later, the money still hasn't cleared, so it keeps saying pending. So it sounds great, and it probably does work, but it hasn't worked for us, and it's not really been a lot of good. So that's been a bit of a disaster. I thought Western Union was just for men who had Thai wives and Thai girlfriends, but it's actually for English men who have German wives as well. Amazing. My wife tutted at that one. Anyway, so that was a bit of a disaster. We didn't move from where the crime was undertaken. We kind of hung around there. We didn't really know what to do, and we felt the security of other van lifers or people with vans. It was a weekend. More people started arriving in vans. They were all Italian. But in the end, because there was 10 or 15 vans there, we just felt comfortable with the security of being surrounded by other people. So we had decided to stay there. And as it happened, we were parked next to an Italian couple who were very friendly, no English, and obviously we got no Italian, but we kind of explained through sign language and I think a little bit of Google Translate, and we explained our situation. And what had gone on, and they're obviously quite concerned for us, and I think the majority of the van lifers were quite kind of upset for us really, but there was obviously nothing they could do about it. Anyway, on the Sunday at nowhere, our neighbour's son-in-law and daughter turned up, and their daughter, who's about 15, spoke a little bit of English, and Milo is military police, so, or Max, but I think they call him Milo. Okay. Anyway, so we showed him the report from the police station, and but you know, they were genuinely concerned for us, and it was good to talk to someone about it. And basically at the end of this conversation, they said, look, if there's anything we can do to help you, just let us know. And I said, well, can I take your number? And we were talking about where we live in England, and they both said, oh, we would like to visit England one day. And I said, well, that's fine. We've met you. I'll send you details of our B&B. And they said, well, that would be lovely. And so once they'd gone, I sent some details, and the thing that we've since managed to work out is that obviously a lot of our replacement cards have turned up at our home address in the UK, and we need some cards. If we've got the cards, we can still withdraw cash, and we can just carry on normally, which we're a little bit stuck at the moment. So, rightly or wrongly, the judge will be at whether we actually receive them. We made arrangements with a courier, and we just got one debit card and one credit card, and we're having them delivered to an address. Now, obviously, we don't have an address in Italy. There are collection stations as such, or points of collection, but they're all in Rome, and I think the other one is in Milan.
We don't even have them.
Oh, they don't have them. My wife's saying they don't have them. Anyway, so basically we were a bit stuffed because we didn't have an address. So I messaged Milo and I said, look, would it be all right if we just had our cards delivered to your home address? And he said, no, obviously, that's fine. What day are they coming? And we said, oh, maybe Thursday. And he said, well, don't hang around with where you are. Come up to our house and you can wait here. It's beautiful, and it is beautiful up here. It's gorgeous. So that's what we did. We've driven up here, and we spent some time with the family last night, and it was lovely. They genuinely are fantastic people. They couldn't do enough for us. And the problem is, being British, we're quite reserved. We don't necessarily like to put people to trouble. Well, that's my nature anyway. I don't like it. But Milo and Marcia couldn't do enough. They were just being fantastic, and what they have done is they've mended us, because we were a bit hurt after the robbery, and our faith in humankind was obviously you get affected by it. But we've come up here. They got two lovely daughters, Sophia and Nicole, and we spent the afternoon with them yesterday, and we had pizza from the wood oven and this lovely little outside eating area in a beautiful surroundings. That's my wife. Pool. Hardly any clothes on, and it was fantastic. And the mum lives here as well, and it was just an amazing evening. And thank God for Google Translate. That's all I can say, because we did manage to communicate, but that they don't have an English and we don't have an Italian. That's just the way it is. I think with time, our Italian will get better. In fact, I quite like the idea of speaking a bit more Italian. They're such friendly and lovely people. All the van lifers were amazingly friendly as well, and all the people we've met up to now have been amazing. So I don't want to waffle on too much, but I just want to say thank you to Milo and to Marcia, especially for the pizza that they made last night, which was amazing. Just so tasty, and it was lovely. It was a really pleasant evening, and our souls have been repaired by this wonderful couple. So that's it, really. We've got some footage of travelling around in Rome, and at some point I'll throw that in. But I think that I just really, this video is about how we've been repaired, and obviously the police. We went to the police station in Latina, and we met Marco, and very professionally they're gonna investigate the crime now. So it's fantastic. So. And that's great. I mean, if anything comes of it, brilliant. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But before I go, I'll just finish with some photos of the outside. Not my wife, bless her. There's a lovely pool. There's some great views up here. I want to limit what I show you because obviously I want to maintain some privacy for our hosts. But it is gorgeous with a little pool. Gizzy's already had a dip. And these lovely olive trees. So that's it from us. Thank you ever so much. Really also for all the messages of support and love and the offers of money and financial help. It's been overwhelming, and we've learned. You know, we made mistakes. I put my hand up. You know, we should have done some things differently, and we put too much faith. Our biggest mistake is we put too much faith in that safe, and they opened it like a tin can. It wasn't any issue to them at all. Anyway, no drama. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
But my niece.
Don't be nervous.
This one.
Everything's all right. Fresh pizza in our bread oven. So the coals are underneath there. In this most amazing outside eating area. That's my wife, chatting as always. So we're looking forward to eating that, I can tell you.
Nana.
So this is Nicole and Sophia. I should know. Gizzy, my
Yeah,
wife.
she knows.
She knows, okay.
My
Her cousin
not cousin, niece.
is called Sophia. And the dog? His name?
Ray.
Ray. Ray. He's very friendly. Even Gizzy likes him. He's a bit nervous though.
È la prima volta in Agesta.
Sophia. Yeah. Not even my niece.
Oh,
She's like crazy.
Absolutely loves cuddles. You are right, Softy,
no, it's not
aren't
even
you?
my niece. My crazy niece.
A new friend.
Oh.